Just ahead on CTV News, community leaders walk in unity in remembrance of 9/11 and the murder of Dakara Thompson.
I wanted to start by making one thing clear. This event is not politically driven. This is not about politics, it's about people.
Plus, County Executive Aisha Braveboy continues her listening tour. And
an event in College Park today is investing and celebrating women. Coming up, I'll share with you the impact of the Women's Equality Day luncheon.
These stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for September 12th. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, county leaders, law enforcement, fire EMS, and community members walked together with each other last night. County Executive Aisha Braveboy joined council members Sydney Harrison, Jolene Ivey, and Calvin Hawkins for a community walk in Clinton Thursday night. The 45-minute walk was put on in partnership with the nonprofit Forever United. Organizers say the goal of the walk was to commemorate the 24th anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attacks and to build a stronger and safer community in District 9.
The community is a huge part of our crime fighting strategy. If the community is on alert, then they can notify law enforcement when there are issues. So we want to walk the community, we want to meet residents, we want them to get comfortable with public safety and know that we are truly their partners.
Every success and failure that I've experienced in life has been in District 9. And so when we think about the community, we think about our village. This is our village.
We can't let one bad interaction define the face of an entire department. If we can only focus on what's wrong, we miss the chance to uplift what's right. So today, that walk that we just took was about connection, and I think we all connected with each other in every aspect.
That event was held at the police station at Groveton Drive in Clinton. And an event was held today in College Park to celebrate the contributions women have made to America and Maryland.
That's right. CTV's Anaya Falcon shares how Women's Equality Day luncheon is making a difference.
A Women's Equality Day event to celebrate and invest in women.
I think that it's really important at this time, more than ever, for us as women to come together and to support each other and to be in a space where we can be rejuvenated but also rejuvenate one another.
And hundreds of women gathered today at the hotel in College Park to take a break from their daily work routine to be poured into.
It's important for me to fill my cup because it's a demand on me. So
Congressman Steny Hoyer says hosting the Women's Equality Day luncheon every year is necessary.
I think it's critically important to make sure that people recognize the contribution women have made throughout history.
During the event, powerful female leaders spoke and encouraged women, one of them being Senator Angela Alsobrooks, who says this event may inspire the next generation to run for elective office to help tackle present challenges.
Most women make about 83 cents on a dollar compared to men. There are still some areas that we have to close the gap in terms of our wages and opportunities. And so having women in elective office truly does matter. And it inspires some younger people who are in the audience and others who are thinking about running for elective office.
I'm just glad that I got an invitation and to be here with all these fabulous people. It's great to be together to celebrate what women have done for this country. And especially black women. Black women have been holding it down.
A stance that Congressman Hoyer says he agrees with.
Too long were they left in the backwater and the back bench, ignored, but they were doing work. They were leading. They were making a difference.
And for that reason, he says the Women's Equality Day luncheon will continue for years to come. In College Park, I'm Anaya Falcon, CTV News.
The Women's Equality Day luncheon has been held for 23 years, and it's an event in observance of Women's Equality Day, which fell on August 26th this year. The special day commemorates the certification of the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote in the U.S.
Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy continued her listening tour today in District 26. Her first stop of the day was at the police precinct in Fort Washington. She and other leaders talked about several issues impacting that community, including the high HIV rates, the lack of primary care physicians, and economic development. Senator C. Anthony Muse came to the tour and says the next step is to follow through on everything that was discussed.
We want that Boys and Girls Club open in Forest Heights. We want to make sure that we get those things open, the movie that we're talking about. So the next step would be to bring all the stakeholders together of whatever it is that we're looking at and sit down and come up with the cost and then the strategy to get it done.
I would like to see some of the concerns that the state senators brought up from Fort Washington Adventist Hospital to the marina, to some of the concerns about HIV, just some of the economic development and crime concerns they had addressed. And I think we will as a team.
And the county executive wrapped up her listening tour at the business district in Oxon Hill.
Well, a new set of young Marylanders have decided to serve their community for the next year. The Maryland Corps and Service Year option launched its third cohort yesterday. Close to 600 young people from across the state have joined the program. Now, through the initiative, the participants will spend their time working at nonprofits, businesses, and government agencies. During the event in College Park, Governor Wes Moore welcomed the participants.
No one can choose the moments they get to lead in. The thing we can choose, though, is this. When these moments show themselves, are you going to lead or not? Are you going to fight for others or not? This moment has chosen you.
What I want my fellow members to know is work can be purposeful, fulfilling, and mean more. Work can go from punching in to day out to being of service, to doing something purposeful for others and yourself. Through all this, I learned experience is the best teacher in the real world. And this program will give all of us that experience.
Officials say the program received more than 3,000 applications this year.
A frightening night at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, where a midshipman was shot during a lockdown Thursday. Police rushed onto the campus just after 5 o'clock after hearing reports of online threats. Midshipmen were told to shelter in place as heavily armed officers searched Bancroft Hall, the world's largest college dorm, which houses more than 1,600 students. But in the chaos, officials say one midshipman mistook law enforcement for a threat and struck them with a training weapon. Officers opened fire, wounding the student, who was airlifted to the hospital and is expected to recover.
We're sitting right outside of our house and we were just reading because we had class this evening, or we were supposed to, and we heard the emergency alerts to start to go off just right there.
We hear a speaker from across the street just saying attention, attention, and then words like lockdown, and that kind of stuff.
It's terrifying. I think it speaks to a larger issue that's going on in our country right now, and I think that all of us as the youth of this country need to stand together and build a larger message just portraying that this is not okay and it's not acceptable and it's not something that should continue.
Investigators later traced the threats to a former midshipman using an off-campus IP address. The lockdown was lifted late last night and the campus was back open today with heightened security.
Meanwhile, a state on edge as bomb threats targeted Maryland's top lawmakers, and similar incidents were reported across the country. On Thursday, House Speaker Adrian Jones and Senate President Bill Ferguson both received threats directed at their homes. Police rushed to the scenes but found no explosives. The scare was part of a wider pattern. Democratic legislative leaders in Rhode Island and New Mexico, and even the DNC headquarters in Washington, also received bomb threats. HBCUs in several states were forced into lockdowns after similar warnings, and all this unfolded just days after conservative commentator Charlie Kirk was assassinated in Utah, adding to fears about political violence. Authorities say none of those threats turned out to be credible.
The U.S. death rate has declined by nearly 4%. Experts believe the decline may be due to the fact less people are dying from COVID. For the first time in 4 years, COVID is no longer one of the top 10 leading causes of death. In 2024, the death rate was 722 per 100,000 people. That was a 3.8% decrease from 2023. This marks the lowest death rate since 2020, which was the first year of the coronavirus. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Still to come, a new private school option is now available in Bowie.
After the break, find out what sets this school apart from the rest. Back in a moment.
We are the nation's largest integrated healthcare system, providing life-changing care to over 9 million veterans.
Our hands are busy, competent, skilled, healing, helping, and friendly. A place where diverse teams come together hand in hand to provide full patient-centered care. Working in state-of-the-art facilities with influential leaders in healthcare, all with a single goal in mind: to help veterans heal, recover, and get their lives back. In a place where everyone plays a part, and where your efforts are truly appreciated. A place so innovative and forward-thinking that we're rebuilding hands, and where even robots lend a hand.
Join hands with us. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Hi, I'm the Big C. Hey, look at this beautiful couple. I knew as soon as I said that, I was like, don't say it, don't assume. Did you know more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour?
Oh man.
It's a bummer, but the good news is skin cancer is a cancer you can see, so you can go get checked. You can check each other regularly, make it romantic. Turns out I'm a matchmaking mirror. You're welcome. Love might be in the air.
Welcome back. Today marks a new beginning for education in Bowie. A private school is opening its doors with a unique approach that puts students' emotional, social, and academic growth at the center. It's a big day at the Mandala School, complete with cheers, applause, and the snip of a ribbon to mark its official opening. The school started in Howard County as a summer program. Now, its new location is hidden in a quiet neighborhood in Bowie.
I tell parents all the time, it doesn't matter how strong the academic program is, as long as our students are, if they're not socially emotionally stable, they will struggle academically. So we really do have a heavy focus on meditation, mindfulness, sense of community, family commitment, and family unity, and then our academics come right behind that.
Unlike traditional schools, the Mandala School is project-based, meaning students learn by doing, building skills through real-world experiences instead of just textbooks and tests.
This was the previous Bowie Montessori Children's House that nurtured children for many, many years right here on this campus, and nurtured my children for about 8-9 years. They've got some amazing students here, so it just kind of brings joy to my heart to see this school come to fruition right here on this wonderful campus. And I call it a safe haven because it's always been like that.
Educators say the difference is critical, giving students the tools to collaborate, problem solve, and lead in today's world. And students here say this school is a better option for them. Do you all think that this school would prepare you more for life over a public school?
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
100%. And one of the reasons is because at a public school, you don't learn how to do woodworking and all that mess.
I've been here for 3 years now, and what I've noticed is that everyone is super nice, and the teachers are they are literally like your parents away from home, and everyone is hey, you seem like if you're having a bad day, that's when everyone's gonna be you want a hug, are you okay, which you really don't get that at public school.
And the school hopes to establish a boarding school in the future.
A newly opened seafood restaurant in the county is now the victim of a smash and grab robbery. According to Prince George's County Police, the Hook and Reel Cajun Seafood Bar at the shops at Iverson Mall was robbed on Tuesday around 3 a.m. Surveillance video showed 4 suspects coming out of a white car. They then shattered the glass front door, grabbed about $400 from the register, and took off. The investigation is still ongoing. Anyone with any information is asked to call 1-866-411-TIPS. The latest crime numbers report for the city of Hyattsville shows a rise in burglary and theft. For the first half of 2025, commercial burglaries increased by almost 47% and residential burglaries by almost 42%. Theft increased by 24%. The majority of thefts occurred in Ward 3, which houses the mall at Prince George's, the Hyattsville Crossing Metro Station, and Northwestern High School.
And College Park City Council members could be getting a big raise. A new proposal recommends bumping council salaries by $10,000 a year. That would bring members up to $20,000 and the mayor to $25,000. The city's Human Resources Committee says the current pay doesn't stack up with other cities. Supporters say it's about fairness and attracting more diverse candidates who might otherwise skip public office. If it passes, the raise kicks in January of 2026, but only for the next elected council.
A new audit highlighted shortcomings in project funding at the State Highway Administration. The audit found SHA officials knowingly charged $360 million in unauthorized expenses to federal fund projects in order to hide a deficit in the state's transportation fund. According to the report, this took place between November of 2020 and October of 2024. Delegate Jared Solomon of Montgomery County co-chairs the Joint Audit and Evaluation Committee. He says he is concerned about the findings and may have to bring the agency in for a hearing.
Well, if you're a Maryland taxpayer with at least $20,000 in student loan debt, you could qualify for the Student Loan Debt Relief Tax Credit, but the clock is ticking. The deadline to apply is September 15th, and the application takes about 15 to 30 minutes on the Maryland Higher Education Commission's website. Now, most applicants can get an average credit of $1,800 with a maximum of $5,000. Those approved will be notified in December and have 3 years to apply the credit to their loan balance or risk paying it back. And still to come on CTV News, Joint Base Andrews Air Force Base is having their annual air show.
Hear what to expect and how to get your hands on tickets right after the break.
We hear the stories of people forced to abandon their home. The stories of people whose dreams have been swept away, or their lives left hanging by a thread. Or whose worlds have been blasted apart. Although the stories repeat themselves, each person's experience is unique as they are. And whether it's care or community that people need, we're here to help them live a new chapter, to embrace what makes them unique, be a lifeline to the most vulnerable.
Out! Out! Everybody out! Come on!
Good job. Under 2 minutes.
Keep your loved ones safe from home fires. Practice a 2-minute drill until it's part of your routine. And test your smoke alarms monthly.
In America, millions of families are facing hunger. After rent and power, I can get groceries. It's sad to say food comes last. Anna from Texas. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
All right, we want to congratulate 2 leaders in the county who have made the daily records list for the 2025 Most Admired CEOs in Maryland. To the left is Dr. Felicia D. Williams, the current president of Prince George's Community College. And to the right is Dr. Courtney Overton, a professor at the University of Maryland College Park. Both esteemed women are the education honorees and were selected based on their professional accomplishments, community service, and references from coworkers, board members, and community leaders.
One Hyattsville church is working to build affordable housing for the community. On your screen is a rendering of the sanctuary at Hyattsville Crossing. It is a new development from the First United Methodist Church of Hyattsville. It holds 120 units for families and seniors, with 30% of apartments set aside for formerly homeless households. The project's monthly rents would range from $380 to a little over $2,000 for household incomes between $20,000 and $80,000.
Well, if you stop by Laurel's Main Street, you may notice some new changes. The city has recently installed 17 bump outs, car-sized curb extensions in place of parking lanes at intersections. Bump outs serve as traffic calmers and improve the sight lines for drivers turning onto Main Street. The city is also adding new banners along Main Street to honor Laurel Hometown Heroes. Hometown Heroes honors military veterans chosen by the city for exceptional service to the nation.
The 2025 Joint Base Andrews Air Show returns this weekend at Northwest Stadium. The free 2-day event will feature military and civilian aerial demonstrations, static displays, and exhibits. Organizers say this year's show will celebrate the evolution of air power while showcasing current U.S. military aviation capabilities. The Suitland Parkway will be temporarily closed during some of the air show performances. For more information, you can visit jbandrosairshow.com. And don't go anywhere. Simon Buggs is here with our Friday sports page.
That's right, and he's recapping the first Commanders loss of the season.
Hey there, sports fans, and coming right up, an inside look into one of the best cheerleading programs in the county. Stay right there.
Home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
All right, everybody, it's time for your Friday Sports Page. Now for our first story, we continue my coverage of the Glenarden Boys and Girls Club. And yesterday, I caught up with another one of the club's programs and talked to them about the impact they've had on the community. For years, the Glenarden Boys and Girls Club's cheerleading program has been the backbone of support of the club's sports teams, cheering them on and giving them that extra boost they may need in order to take down their opponent. But along with supporting the club's sports teams, the program also emphasizes supporting their own members as well.
So the program is just about us supporting the girls that come on the team, making sure they know that it's a sisterhood and this is not iron team. We support each other no matter what. Through it all, we should all be there for each other all the time.
Along with supporting their members, the cheer program also makes sure that their members have a good time. And Kamani and Kamari Carr touched on how much they love being a Bulldog cheerleader.
It's been good because, like, my mom is the coach and it's been pretty good. And like being a part of this program is like really meant something to me. For like I get into something right after school, and all that. I did have a good time. It's really fun. When I get off of school, like I get here every single day, and we be here for a really long time. And when we have games, it helps us practice, get ready for the games, and get ready for the people.
Glenarden recently celebrated over 50 years of developing the youth through their award-winning programs. And Carr told me how much it means to her that she's a part of something so special.
It means a lot to me because I was actually, when I was younger, I was a Bulldog cheerleader. So I've been, from going to being a cheerleader to being their coach, it means a lot because it's like we're still here, we're still doing the same thing we were doing before, and it's bigger now.
Moving on to some news out of College Park, the UMD football team will be in action again this weekend as Towson will be in Turksville to take on Maryland. Now the Tigers are off to a good start too this season as they are also 2-0. Here's head coach Mike Loxley on going up against his alma mater.
Obviously, Towson on deck is my alma mater, a place I have an affinity for. It's because of Towson I'm able to stand here before you guys. So I got a lot of respect for Coach Shinnick, the Towson program, and a lot of fond memories from my days as a Tiger. Coach Shinnick is a winning guy, a guy that's won national championships at the Division II level. He's built programs, and I'm really, you can tell that he's got this program going in the right direction.
Kickoff is tomorrow at noon. And sticking with football news, the Burgundy and Gold was in action for their primetime game against the Green Bay Packers last night. And Washington both sides of the ball in the matchup as quarterback Jordan Love threw for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns with 124 of those yards going to tight end Tucker Kraft. And quarterback Jaden Daniels finished the game completing only 57% of its passes for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns while getting sacked 4 times. The Commanders ended up losing the game 27-18. The next opponent will be the Las Vegas Raiders on September 21st. And wrapping up sports, be sure to support your local high schools tonight, guys, as there'll be tons of football action. Largo will take the field against Glen Burnie. Potomac will try to make it 2 straight wins to open the season when they face off against Parkdale. Bladensburg will travel to Bowie to take on the Bulldogs. And finally, Wise will host Laurel. And that wraps up your Friday Sports Page. Have a good weekend, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Simon. Before we go, let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight will be mostly clear with calm winds. We have a nice and warm weekend ahead of us. Tomorrow will be 81 degrees. Sunday will have a high of 85 with a low of 63. And Monday will be mostly sunny. It'll be 82 degrees.
And for our community calendar, tomorrow, Takai's Heart Foundation is hosting a 5K run/walk. Proceeds go towards Takai's Heart Memorial Scholarship, expanding their mission to raise awareness about heart health and heart conditions. This event takes place at 8 a.m. at the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. For more information, you can contact 301-356-0472.
All right, that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks so much for joining us.
We're going to see you again Monday night. Have a great night.